Hello. Oh. Good morning. Hello. Today we'll be doing support flow. So grab as many pillows and blankets as you have around. And we will get started. Hello. Today we do support flow. Excited to get started with you all. So grab as many pillows and blankets as you have around, and we'll get started. And to get started, we'll start on seated on a blanket or two. A lot of cushion is really nice. And for support flow, it's great just to bring as much comfort as you possibly can. So, of course, as always, because we can't respond to your body, take care of your body here. Bring a lot of intention to making this an experience that your body feels good about. Try not to push yourself too much, and you can take child's pose at any time throughout this flow. Today we're going to take the flow a little more slowly than I typically do. So it'll be relaxing, but also a little energizing, get us going. So to start, we'll sit nice and tall and long. Let's roll the shoulders back to open the chest. Just tap into the natural breath. Maybe we can begin to elongate each breath. And what I love to invite in support flow is to find the support of our breath. We can use the breath a lot of times to feel a little deeper into a pose, to open up the space in our lungs, to take in more air. So let's try to be a little more aware of how much air we're allowing into our lungs when we take our inhales. One thing we can do is to think about sending the breath down deep toward the hips, filling up the mid belly, and then all the way up to the upper chest. An open chest, an open throat, open heart can also really help to get as much support as possible with our inhales. With that, let's start tilting our head over to the left side. We'll grab the right side of the head with the hand, opening up the right side of the neck, keeping that right shoulder down and back. We can stretch the right arm away and maybe flexing the wrist. And turning toward the shoulder, grab the back of the head. And from here, we'll switch to the other side. So stretch that left arm long, grabbing with the right hand, just letting the elbow hang heavy here. There's no need to apply any extra weight. Keeping that left shoulder down and back, we'll turn toward the shoulder, grabbing the back of the head. And release. We'll take that nice big inhale, spacious, to turn the head all the way back to the right side, back to the left side, allowing it to hang out over the left shoulder. And then take your exhale to roll in front of the chest, to drop the head to the right side. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, chin to chest, and dropping it over to the left side. Exhale, bringing the head over to the right. Inhale, over to the left. Keep that right shoulder down and back. Exhale, moving slowly with control to the right side. Keep the left shoulder down and back. Last time. Inhaling, finding all of the space. Maybe turning up toward the ceiling a little bit this time. And exhale, rolling to the other side. Turning up toward the ceiling this time. And we can release chin to chest here. Let's open up the chest, open up the throat, nose up toward the ceiling on an inhale. Press the chest forward, hips back. And on an exhale, we can round the spine, chin to chest. We'll do that a couple more times, inhaling. Nice, big, slow, and controlled inhale. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Open the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine. Last time. Inhale, puff the chest. Open throat. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the hips in. And we'll come up and back to neutral spine. From here, we'll stretch the right out long. Drop that arm down and Reach the left arm up and over. Keep that left hip down and back. And we'll move over to the other side. Drop the left hip down. And from here, we'll take a gentle forward fold. So you can swing over, roll your hands. Let the head hang heavy here. And crawling our way back up. We'll rotate in the wrists. And then pointing the fingers toward our body, we'll open up gently the wrists by pressing into the mat. You could give your forearms some topical heat, maybe give them a little squeeze. And then flipping to the back of the hand, keeping the fingers toward the body. You can also press this way really gently, maybe balling up the fists, and then opening the fingers, balling up the fists again, and open up. And we'll release. From here, we're going to go into a twist. If you're sitting crisscross applesauce, swap your legs. And if this doesn't feel totally amazing, you can either add a pillow beneath a knee or a blanket. This kind of support is really, really good for the knees. And swapping out your legs every once in a while is just good in general. You don't want to bend too much in one leg and give more work to one joint than another. So we'll sit tall and long here. If you found your support, we're going to reach the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind us. And here you can think of reaching reaching the hips back just a little bit. Inhaling to sit tall and long, reaching up and long with the spine. Exhaling to deepen the twist, turning the chin all the way to the left. Maybe softening in the upper back and the shoulders on the next exhale. And from here, we'll reach the arms up and over. We'll drop the left hand to the right knee. Again, we're sitting tall and long on the inhale. Deepening the twist on the exhale. Turn the chin all the way to the right. On your last exhale here, release in the upper back, release in the shoulders. Try to go a little bit deeper before we unwind. And when you do, sit tall and long, reach the shoulders up. On an inhale, release. On an exhale, we'll do that a couple more times. You can round the spine first, and then inhale to bring the shoulders all the way up. Exhale, drop them down. Round the spine at the end of the exhale. Roll the shoulders up to inhale. Exhale, release the shoulders. Round the spine at the end of the exhale. Inhale, shoulders up. And we'll just release. Exhale. We'll send the arms wide and cross the right over the left. Give yourself a big hug. And then keeping the left bent, just straighten out the right arm. Keep the right shoulder down, opening up the outer shoulder. Keeping the inhales nice and spacious, slow and controlled. Let's stretch the arms out wide one more time. And we'll cross the left over the right this time. Give yourself a hug. And then you'll bend in the right, stretch out the left. Keep that left shoulder down. From here, we'll release. Let's bring both hands behind the back. You can do prayer position upside down, right behind your back. And then once you found it, you can open up the chest, press into the back of the lower back here, lower back, pressing in, opening the chest, open the throat. One last breath here. And you can release. However you'd like to get there, we're going to meet in tabletop. And to begin here in tabletop, we'll press the hands right beneath the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips. And we'll start with some cat-cows. So pressing the hips up and back, reaching out and open with the whole upper body, trying not to lift too high with the head. Just send the head long on the inhale. And then on the exhales, you can round the spine, trying to tuck the hips toward the forehead, maybe creating some space in the shoulder blades. Going slowly at your own pace here. When you're ready, we'll come back to a neutral spine. Let's tuck both toes behind us and slowly float the knees, lift the hips for downward dog. Allow the spine to feel long. You can keep the knees bent here. You can pedal into each leg, opening up the calves. Open up the back of the legs. Pressing into the mat with all parts of the hand. And keeping the shoulders in their sockets. You can focus on that inhale, deep and controlled. And when you're ready, you can walk the feet toward the hands or the hands toward the feet. Standing tall, we'll roll the shoulders back. Come to standing. Roll up slowly. Take your time. And once you're standing, you can ground your feet. We'll come up to our toes and back down. Try to come to the heels. Find a little balance. Come back down and back to the toes and back down. We'll inhale, raise the arms up and over. Exhale, arms back down by our sides. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, we'll swan dive down, forward fold. Let's find just a moment and forward fold. From here, we'll inhale to flat back. Reaching the hips up and back, pressing against the shins. Finding a nice long spine. Gaze down between the toes. And we'll exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, we'll come to standing, raise the arms up and over. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. Inhale, raise the arms up and over. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms up and over, come to standing. Exhale, arms by our sides. Before we come back down to the mat, we're gonna hit some lunges. So get a pillow ready, or some pillows. Try to stack a few inches above the ground. And we'll go horizontal, right in the middle of the mat. We'll inhale one more time, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Press the hips up and back. We'll exhale here too. Maybe lean forward into the toes just a little bit more. And on your next exhale, we'll forward fold. Inhale, flat back one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms back by your sides. From here, we'll step the right foot in front of our pillow and the left foot behind. You can find a pretty long stance here. Here we'll press into the toe on the left side. Just open up that foot. Maybe bending into the right knee a little bit. And when you're ready, we're going to drop down into low lunge. So frame the foot with both hands and send the left leg back long enough to reach down to the pillow, maybe adjusting your pillow. Once you have, you can find a stack on the right side. So the knee can be right above the ankle here. And in this low lunge, you can press the hip forward, press the left hip forward, open up the chest, open the throat. When you feel ready for it, you can lift into high lunge, still pressing that hip forward. If it feels good for you, you can really engage in the whole left leg, pressing into the support of the pillow. And then send the left arm up and over, reaching back with the fingertips, maybe extending in the spine. Finding that breath. Deep, supportive inhales. And on your exhale, we'll drop the left hand down and reach the right arm up and over. You can stay here, or if it feels good for you, to bend in the left knee, reach back to find that leg, give a gentle pull. If this is accessible to you, try to be really gentle with the hip flexor here. You don't want to pull too suddenly. And reach the arm up and back, finding a tucked toe behind us. We'll lift up, drop that back heel, and burst up and open into warrior. Just for a moment, finding strength in both legs here. We'll flip the front palm, reach up and back, opening up the right side. And then sending the right elbow toward the right knee. We'll reach up and over with the left. And to come back down to low lunge, we'll frame the foot with both hands, reach the heel up. And then pressing into the mat, lift that right foot up and back to meet the left for plank. You can let the knees drop onto the pillow now. And we'll press the hips forward, open the chest, open the throat. Engage in the lower back. And for downward dog, we'll send the hips up and back. And you can crawl the hands toward the feet for forward folds. From here, we'll come to flat back on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to standing, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms down by our sides, and take a couple breaths here. There is a squirrel outside the window making literal eye contact with me right now. This is so strange. We'll roll the shoulders back. Oh, there it goes. Find grounding in our feet. And then send the left leg in front of your pillow, right leg behind us. And we'll come to the right toe. Just opening up the arch of the foot. And then finding as long a stance we need to drop the knee to stack over the ankle and for the pillow to land right below the right knee. Straightening out that right leg, allowing the support to open up quad, open up the hips, and low lunge, pressing the right hip forward. Find that long, supportive inhale. And if you'd like, you can press up, coming to the knee, engaging in the lower back. Open the chest. Engaging in the front leg. You can even raise the right arm up and over. Maybe extending back in the spine just a little bit. And then we'll drop the right hand next to the foot. Open up the left side, we're sending the left hand up toward the ceiling. And if you have access to it, you can bend in that right leg. Reach back to find it with the left hand. Slowly, with control, you can flex the foot, pull it in toward the body. Maybe bending into this a little bit. And release. We'll bring the hand back down to frame the foot. We'll tuck in that back toe, drop the heel, and burst open to warrior on the side. Here we can keep that stacked knee above the ankle on the left side. Inhaling to flip the palm, reach up and back. And then send the elbow toward the left knee, reaching up and over with the right side. And to come back to lunge, we'll drop back down, framing the foot, sending the right heel up toward the ceiling. And then we'll swing the left leg back to meet the right. One more time, we'll drop down onto the pillow, pressing the hips forward, reaching up with the spine, opening up the chest. And when you're ready, we'll come to tabletop using our pillow just to come off of it and roll it over. We'll come to a seat on our mats. Once you're here, we'll come to a nice wide leg for a straddle and stack your pillows or blankets for straddle right in front of you. You can come up as high as you need to. And here, there's no expectation, of course, for how long the legs go, how open they are. Find whatever's comfortable for you. I like to stick rolled up blankets sometimes right beneath the knees, just to find some support in like a micro bend of the knees. And when you find your support, you can prop it up to the same place that your head will fall. And once you've found what's comfortable, you can open up the lower back by rounding the spine, maybe keeping the arms open. And if you want to try to flatten, press the chest forward, open up, you can have your arms like this against your forehead and try to find openness here in the shoulders and leaning forward with the chest first onto the pillows. Maybe we do both here, maybe only one of these feels good for us today. Either way, we're sending the toes up toward the ceiling and finding that breath. From here, I'll invite you to point the toes, keeping the head where it is, maybe engaging in the entire leg. And then flex again. From here, if you'd like, you can press the pillows forward just a little bit more to go a little bit deeper. Just for the last few breaths. Maybe come back to point, engaging in the quads, and then releasing. When you're ready, you can press up. We'll come to let's cross our legs. We'll find a forward fold here as well. So reaching forward, allowing the head to drop onto the pillow. Again, you can round the spine, you can press the chest forward. And after your next round of breath, you can press up out of that pose. Here we'll bend in the left, having it parallel to our mat. And then we'll take the right foot and drop it over to the left side. This is also already a gentle hip opener, so we can press the chest forward, reaching the hands back as far as we need to, in order to find just that gentle opening in the outer right side of the hip, keeping a flex in both ankles, trying to find both the hips against the floor. It's okay if you don't have that. Just trying to reach there to open up this hip. And the next part of this is to find a pillow to fill the space beneath the right knee. So I'll drop the knee down for stacked log. So again, trying to find both of the hips to press down into the floor, allowing the knee just to drop down and find your support. And once you found what feels good to you, you can press the chest forward, open up the shoulders, open up the collar. We'll take a couple breaths here. And maybe after a few rounds of breath, it can feel good to set up some pillows right ahead of you and fold forward here. Again, you have the option to round the spine, let the arms fall outward, or you can fold the arms up like this, opening up the chest, finding more space for the breath. Remembering to keep the right foot flexed. Remembering to keep the breath slow and controlled. And after your next round of breath, we'll press up and open. From here, we'll lift the right knee, dropping the right foot to the other side. You can remove your pillow and unwind. Here, we're going to bend in the right now, having the right leg parallel to our mat. Left foot comes over to the other side of the knee. We'll flex in both ankles. Find the support behind us with our hands, pressing us up, open the chest. Maybe open the throat here. Just allow some gentle, slow breaths. And after your next round of breath, to set up our support, we'll bring our pillow right on top of the right ankle and allow the left knee just to fall gently onto your support for stacked log. Keeping both feet flexed. You can bring your pillow ahead of you or other pillows ahead of you, maybe some folded blankets to find your forward fold support. Finding your last round of breath. We'll press back up. Lift the left knee to release. We'll remove our pillows or blankets. And from here, we're going to go into Shavasana. I'll give you a couple options to set up your support. If you want to have a lift in the legs, you can stack some pillows, stack some blankets at the lower part of your mat. And you can have your knees floating directly above to lay back. Maybe having a rolled up blanket for the neck if you're here, opening up. Or if you want to lift the upper body, setting up your pillows with an incline, like so. And if you are here, it can also feel nice to have a little rolled up blanket beneath the knees. And here you can find the lower spine at the edge of your pillow. Allow the arms to open wide, palms up toward the ceiling. Just let the ankles flop open, allow the shoulders to sink. Coming back to that long and controlled inhale. Trying to press all of the air out of our bodies on the exhale. From here, maybe you can elongate the inhale a little bit more now that your body has found a moment of rest. Maybe on the exhales, you release the head, the shoulders. Maybe on this next exhale, you release the hips just a little bit heavier into the mat. While we're here in Shavasana, I'll invite you to think about one way that you can support yourself today. Bringing the right hand to the heart. We'll take a couple breaths just to hold this here. This intention to support yourself today. And from here, let's bring to mind one way that we can support someone else. And bringing the left hand to the belly, feeling into the breath, the way that the breath supports our bodies. How can we support someone else today? Breathing into these two intentions for just a moment. And after your next round of breath, we can release. Maybe find a moment of comfort on your side. You can curl up into a ball. You can give your body whatever it needs before we come back up to seated for our closing breaths. And one thing I'll suggest when you do come to seated is to find a folded blanket or a pillow beneath your butt and sitting on your knees. And it can feel supportive as well to have a blanket tucked just slightly beneath the knees as well. And if your feet can't handle this, maybe coming up to the feet or opening up the ankles wide, just finding support here on the knees. You can open up the feet. It can feel really nice at the end of our practice to bend in the legs and find a nice open, tall spine, open chest. For our closing breaths, you can have your hands at your knees, have your hands at heart center or over the heart. And we'll take one breath for the ancestors that we bring to this space and for the people who were here on this land before colonization, breathing in and out. A breath to thank ourselves for our practice today, breathing in and out.